right, HBCU family, it's finally here. The 2023 SWAC Football Championship is going to go down in Tallahassee with the Prairie View Panthers versus the Rattlers of Florida A&M. I'm here to discuss this with Mr. Wilton Jackson of Sports Illustrated. Wilt, how you doing, man?
I am doing good, Cal. It's good to be on. And it's crazy that, I feel like football season just went by super fast. Like, we were just talking about Orange Blossom Classic, MEAC SWAC Challenge, and here we are, a couple weeks away from getting back to Atlanta for the Celebration Bowl.
Yeah, right there, man. Look, it has gone by fast. It's gone by so fast. Now we have a couple of guys who are big stars in the SWAC. They're entering the transfer portal. We could talk a little bit about that. But the most important thing, let's talk about what's going to happen on Saturday, because Florida A&M, they are heavy favorites to be able to win the SWAC championship game against the Prairie View Panthers. Of course, the first time those guys met, it was 45-7 in the win for the Rattlers. And now Bubba McDowell, as well as the Prairie View Panthers, they go into Tallahassee once again with the rubber match, so to speak, to be able to try to win the SWAC title and go to the Celebration Bowl. But a lot of people say, hey, this is Willie Simmons' year, and those Rattlers are going to do it. What's your thoughts?
Cal, I think that this game comes down to a couple things. And one thing that I definitely want to point out and mention is that the weather will probably be affecting this game too. It's supposed to rain in Tallahassee. So keeping that in mind, I think the team who wins this game is the team that comes out fast, the team that comes out the fastest starting out, which team controls the time of possession, and which team for sure is which team's defense limits those explosive plays. And honestly, currently right now, for me, I'm going to give that edge to FAMU. This is a team all season prior to playing Prairie View that they started slow. But, homecoming, playing against Prairie View, they put it together, offense, defense, and special teams. And so, with anything with FAMU, it starts with Jeremy Musa. He's going to have to come out ready to rock and roll, find his targets on the perimeter. But a lot of that that's gonna help him do that, because sometimes we've seen him start slow in games where he looks a little rattled a little bit, sometimes with opposing defenses. But I think a lot of that, the thing that will help him get adjusted to that is the Rattlers running backs. And they have, you're familiar with
big boys.
Yes, they have big guys, like three different running backs: Terrell Jennings, Jacquez, Yant, Kelvin Dean. They're locked and loaded and ready to go at any time. And so this is a team that getting that running game together for him is going to help Musa to get the offense going early on. And then also in terms of the Rattlers defense, has been essentially the top defense in the SWAC all season. Even with the close games they've had, not necessarily playing the most complete games, but they have the talent, and they've shown that all season. And they essentially kept Prairie View's quarterback Trayvon Conley, who's a great quarterback. They limited him to 93 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions. So another performance similar to that. And one thing about Conley, you have to worry about his ability to continue plays and continue to extend plays down the field. If you limit his mobility and force him to stay in the pocket, this is a different Prairie View team. And I think that it would bode well for FAMU getting the win.
Yeah. I'm going to say something, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but this is one of those games that you can see the upset possibly happen. And one thing that concerns me is, like you said, the weather. Okay, let's say whoever gets the best rushing attack going in this game will win. Yep. And you got Caleb Williams, and you have Antoine Ahmed out there in the backfield for PV. And like you said, you got Jansen Jennings on the other side. So this affair may come down to who can rush the football the best, who can control the tempo. You said that as well. And if PV can do what Prairie View used to do, not Prairie View, but Princeton used to do. Remember in those old NCAA tournaments, slow that game down and work the way to find a shot and score and eventually do the upset. That might be one of the keys for Prairie View in this game. They have to be able to limit the big play ability that Shaheed and Shareed and those guys bring down the field. And I just think right now, if PV can do that, it'll be great. But like you say, Mike Tyson said, ifs, and everybody has a plan before they get here. Yep. That's the same thing here, because that dark cloud defense is no joke. One of the top in all FCS at this time. But I think also you look at the year that they've had, but you look at the career Willie Simmons has had as a head football coach from his days at Prairie View to FAMU. I think this is one of those setups for his eventually crowning to be the top guy, not only in SWAC, but all HBCU football going into the Celebration Bowl. So, but this is why we play the games. We shall see what's going to happen. I know as far as the people down here in the Houston area, it's all PV. Everybody else in the whole nation is the Rattlers. All right. Well, tell everybody how they can be able to find you on the World Wide Web.
You can find me at Wilton Reports on Twitter. You can follow me on si.com to follow all my work and the things that I'm doing there. And that's a little bit about me. And like I said, I'm excited to see what this game is going to bring on Saturday. Yeah,
definitely follow Mr. Jackson. He is the man. I am Kyle T. Mosley of HBCU Legends. Let's have a great 2023 SWAC championship in Tallahassee. Guys, follow, support, go to HBCU Legends. We will have updates throughout the whole game. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you.